Ecclesiasticus 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahawashi, Bahashim, and Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well, and shalom to the Akium, Akwathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom. Let me get back there. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. We're going into an unwise king, okay? All right? We had unwise kings when? During the time of Israel, man, okay? You had Jeroboam and Rehoboam fighting amongst each other, okay? Splitting up the damn kingdom, you see? All right, but right now, who we're talking about is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an unwise king, man. Okay? He's putting tariff after tariff after tariff on all these nations, and all of a sudden, what is taking place? Okay? These nations are starting to put tariffs on America. All right? And these people are going to start feeling this shit, man. The people are going to start feeling the effect of all the tariffs that Donald Trump is putting on these nations, man. Okay? All right, so him being an unwise king, okay, is going to bring forth what? He's going to bring forth destruction to his own people, man. Okay? Donald Trump is getting ready to bring destruction on his own people, man. An unwise king destroyeth his own people, man. He destroys his people. But through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. All right, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, in the hand of the Most High, YAHAWASHI, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. What is taking place right now? The heralding in of one that is profitable. Okay? Who is, and this man, this unwise king today, being Donald Trump, okay? Donald Trump right now is the unwise king. Okay? And the Lord said, I'm going to put one over the city, over the children of Israel. Okay? All right? Because Donald Trump's plans are to collapse the economy. Okay? To make it hard for Israelites so that they can react, so that he can put them down, man. Okay? What is that scripture? The stay and the staff. The Most High is going to take the stay and the staff away from Israel because this is their final punishment. All right? This punishment that's getting ready to be brought forth is the last hurrah for the so-called white man, man. Because he's going to allow them to destroy a lot of the children of Israel. Okay? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. There's going to be a sore slaughter on the Israelites. But the Most High is going to save the elect, man. That remnant. Okay? The remnant of Israel are getting ready to be saved out of this judgment that's coming. All right? But that unwise king has to do the Lord's bidding. And then the Lord said, I will put one over the city that is profitable. And that's talking about YAHAWASHI. And YAHAWASHI is coming to do what? He's coming to cut off the long disease. Let's get Ecclesiasticus 10 and 10. All right? Ecclesiasticus 10 and 10. The physician, okay, going into YAHAWASHI is going to be the physician, okay, cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, that unwise king, okay, Donald Trump is today a king, okay, tomorrow shall die. All right, so the Most High is going to send his son to do what? He's going to send his son to kill the Edomites, man, and take them out of power. All right, and put their ass into slavery for 1,000 years. That's what he's coming to do. Okay, he's going to cut the unwise king. That physician is coming to cut the unwise king down, man. Okay, and the physician being who? YAHAWASHI. All right, so Yahawashi is coming to cut off the nation of Edom, and today who is a king, the so-called white man in rulership, all right, putting tariffs on every goddamn body, and they think that nobody is going to react and do anything to them. But now all of these nations are seeing them for who they are, and they're starting to cut America off. And that's through what? Through the bidding, okay, of YAHAWASHI, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, okay? Because the Most High is putting it on the hearts of these other kings and these other nations to cut this place off, man. Okay, because they see them. He's lifted that veil from off of the other nations, man. All right, the covering cast that has been put over these other nations has been removed, and they're listening to the prophets, and they're doing the spirit bidding of the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, so that's what's taking place with Esau Edom right now. His ass is being cut off, man. That lung disease is being cut the hell off, man. All right. It's lucky. I got to get rid of that. Get Proverbs 16 and 18. All right. Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Pride goes before destruction. Can you see how proud? Okay, we're gonna make America great again. Okay, I'm gonna take all the black people out of the military. I'm going to get rid of all of the high-ranking officers of color. Okay, I'm gonna remove all the history out of the Smithsonian to do with anything for the advancement of the so-called black man in America. Okay, this is how proud Donald Trump is, man. He's trying to remove the history of the so-called blacks and probably the Latinos at some point. And well, shit, he's removing them from the country. Okay, so he's removing the history of the so-called black or the African American. Okay, he's trying to make an all-white nation, man. Okay, through his pride. You know, he's trying to remove everything that is not what do they call them damn people? I'm gonna just call it like it is, man. A so-called white man. Okay, they're trying to remove everybody that doesn't look like them. Okay, and the scripture said that pride goes before destruction. So in him doing so, okay, him being an unwise king and trying to remove the children of Israel from this land, okay, to make this land all white. All right, take out the indigenous people here, the Latinos, okay, all right, Issachar, all right, Zebulon, all those people that come from South America, Central America, Mexico. He's trying to remove these people. These people were here before they got here. All right, our people, the Israelites. But he's trying to remove all of us from this land, and that's through his pride. And then you see the way that these Edomites are still walking around, man, like ain't shit gonna happen. But you can see a lot of them on TikTok and these other outlets talking about empty shelves. Well, the empty shelves are going to get worse. Okay? And the scriptures are clear that Jacob shall be a terror unto Egypt. Because when these shelves are empties and these jobs start shutting down and these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians don't have no jobs, what the fuck you think they're going to do? Shit, even the so-called white man. Okay? He's gonna panic. He's gonna panic buy. Okay? He's going to go rob, steal. Blacks, Latinos, they're going to rob, steal. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to lose control of this whole situation, man. That's his pride. And his pride goes before destruction. He's setting himself up for a great fall, man. And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And an haughty spirit before a fall, okay? Because he's getting ready to fall, and he's going to fall hard as hell. All right? I'm going to see if I want to read something real quick. 25 to 30. All right. So I'm gonna take you back a little bit. Okay. So we can get an understanding. I'm gonna give you an understanding what Esau is trying to do because this happened to him. Basically, not food being cut off, but him being hungry. Okay. All right. Because this is the way he understands that hunger is a motivator, man. It's a great motivator, man, to do wickedness, man. Okay. All right. I hope y'all can see me, man, because I got the sun behind me. But hunger is a great motivator, and we know that Esau, okay, like the Edomite that came by here a couple weeks ago when I was down here, uh, talking about we're brothers. Yeah, we are. But you're of the when you go to Romans, the ninth chapter, Romans 9 and 11. Okay, before the children were born, talking about Jacob and Esau. Okay, the Most High made a choice. Okay, and in that and making that choice, when you jump down to 22. Okay, verse 22 tells you that there was a vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor. Okay, and Esau is the vessel of dishonor, man. All right, because he fucking ate the raw meat and the lentils. All right, so let me read that. Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Okay, and it tells you that we were going to hold on to his heel. What is that doing? Okay, that's pulling him down through what? Through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI. Okay, and that's what we're doing right now. We're taking him by the heel through the spirit and power of YAHAWASHI and pulling his ass down through the spirit. Hey, we don't got to get physical with these people, man. All we got to do is what the Lord commanded us to do is read these scriptures the way they were supposed to be read, man. Okay? And with the faith as small as a mustard seed, and that's what we have. Faith as small as a mustard seed, you can remove a mountain. And when you go into that word mountain, it's talking about a large nation, a great nation. Okay, all right. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob or Yahweh, which means supplanter. All right. And Isaac was 80 old when she bare them. And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. Okay, and we know who goes hunting every goddamn year, shuts down businesses to go hunting. All right, and a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain man, dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau because he ate of his venison, and Rebekah loved Jacob. All right, and Jacob sowed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Okay, Esau was hungry as hell when he came from the field, huh? All right. So Esau, when he looks at history, all right, beginning with himself, he knows that hunger is a great motivator. Okay, hunger is a great motivator. Shit, you can go back to stories in Second Kings, all right, during the siege of Assyria going into Jerusalem. Okay, then those final battles with the Romans, Musada, all right. When all of our strongholds fell, our people were eating their own fucking kids, man. Because hunger is a great motivator. And I should have brought some of those scriptures out, but I'm gonna just mention them because we understand that. All right. So Esau knows if he can get your belly button to touch your backbone, he knows that he can get you to do some shit that you don't want to do. All right. And one of those things is what? Revelations 13 and 16. All right, Revelations 13 and 16 tells you that he shall cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their hands, man. All right, that's what he's getting. That's what that hunger is going to motivate you to do, to take that chip. And if you don't have the Most High YAHAWASHI covering you, okay, through the new covenant, it tells you that if you are in the new covenant, that he's gonna keep you from the hour of temptation, man. All right. So a lot of you brothers that say you ain't in the new covenant, you're not going to be kept from the hour of temptation. Your ass is going to take that chip. All right. Verse 30. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore is his name called Edom. Okay? Edom. And Esau became Edom, okay, the progenitor of the nation of Edom, the Edomites. Okay? All right? And that's who we're dealing with right now. They were made the sword, okay, the whooping stick of the Most High YAHAWASHI. You can read that in the book of Proverbs or Psalms, Salakia. Okay? David said, pray to the Lord to keep him from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay? So we know that Esau, Edom is the sword of the Most High, and he's going to use Esau one more time before he takes his ass out of power. Okay? We jump to Genesis 27 and 35. And I think I'm reading down to, I'm going to read down to 41, okay? Because this is what's getting ready to take place. Esau knows that his time is up, man, okay? The devil has come down with great wrath, knowing that he has a short time, man, all right? Genesis 27 and 35, and I'm going to read down to 41. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety. Wait a minute. All right, let me. You know what? I'm going to start back up with. Matter of fact, I'm going to start back with. Wow, I should go back up a little higher, but. You know what? There's so much in there. I would like to go ahead and read. I think we're going to start up here at 22. Okay, how's it going, brother? How's it going? All right. All right. All right, I'm gonna start at 22 because there's a lot. I want to get all of this, man, so you understand. Okay, Genesis 27, and I'm gonna start at 22. Okay, I'm gonna read down to 41. How you doing? All right. And Jacob went near unto Isaac, his father, and he felt him and said, the voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. So when I went into the word Jacob, okay, it's Yaiquab. Jacob or Yaiquab. Yaiquab meaning supplanter, okay? So he's going in to supplant his father, all right? He's going to go in here and he's going to go in here and he's going to trick his father into believing that he's Esau so he can receive the blessing, okay? And a lot of people say, well, he stole the blessing then. But like I said, if you go into Romans, okay, if you go into Romans 9 and 11, Romans 9 and 11, and read the whole way down to 22, when you go into that, okay, it's telling you that the children not being born yet, okay? So when I read out of Genesis 27, you got to go and get the understanding, okay? That's why they say precept upon precept. You got to go in and get the understanding from Romans, the 9th chapter, okay? All right, to understand why that his name was Jacob or Yaiquab, supplanter. Okay, because this was what he was supposed to do. This wasn't something he did on his own. This was planned by the Most High. Romans 9 and 11, it tells you that before the children were born, okay, that the Most High made a choice because they hadn't done any good or any evil, okay? They haven't done any good or evil, so I'm going to choose one, and this is what I'm going to have him be. His name is going to be Yaiquab, because he's got to go in and he's going to supplant his father for the birthright. This is the plan of the Most High, okay? That the scriptures say, is there unrighteousness with the Most High because he does these things? Hell no. All right? Okay? Because he said he hated Esau. He loved Jacob and hated Esau. And he said, as it is written, because it's written in Malachi too. All right? And and he discerned him not because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him. This is why, and this is another reason why Isaac was blind, okay, at the time. Okay, their father Isaac went blind because he wouldn't have been able to supplant him if he were not. Okay, so all of this was the Most High working. Okay, you gotta understand that. All right, and he discerned him not because his hands were hairy as his brother Esau's hands. So he blessed him, and he said, "Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison." So his mother knew how to cook Esau's venison. He knew how to cook that deer meat. She knew how to cook the deer meat. So she cooked it for Jacob and had Jacob take it into his father. All right. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, "Come near now, and kiss me, my son." And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled and the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, "See, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, which Yahweh has blessed." Okay? Therefore Yahweh give thee the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee. And that's what's getting ready to take place, man. Okay? Block, there's a lot of fucking noise going on right now. Okay, so after the unwise king destroyeth his own people, okay? When Donald Trump finally puts his own foot in his own ass, okay, by doing all of the dumb shit that he's doing, he's actually going to destroy his own people. All right, he's leading them right into the trap, man. Okay, he's leading his own people into the trap, and that's what's getting ready to take place. These blessings, man, okay, are going to be opened up to the children of Israel when the physician comes and cuts off the long disease, which is the nation of Edom. The nations are going to start to bow down to the children of Israel. All right. What was I at here? Oh, here we go. Verse 29. All right. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that blesseth thee. Okay? So all of these other nations right now are cursed, man, because they cursed the children of Israel. They're trying to destroy the children of Israel. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce going out because he hauled ass. Jacob got away from his dad as soon as he could. After he got the blessing, he left. Okay? You see? So, a lot here. Let me keep reading. All right? And Isaac, his father, that Esau's brother came in from his hunting, and he also had made savory meat and brought it unto his father. And he said unto his father, "Let my father arise and eat of his son's venison, that thy soul may bless me." See, the Esau came in with the meat, okay, thinking he was getting ready to get that blessing, okay. I'm gonna get this blessing from my father before he dies, and then I'm gonna rule over the whole earth. But see, what happened in verse 20 in Genesis the 25th chapter? He ate the raw pottage. He came in from the field and ate the raw pottage, man. Okay, he became unworthy of the blessing. Okay, and he sold it. He said, "Brother," matter of fact, I should have read that. But he sold his blessing to his brother for the raw pottage. He said, "Brother, you got to give me what you gonna give me for some of this food." The brother said, "Well, shit, what do you want?" He said, "Give me your blessing." He said, "Man, you can have that. I don't need it. I don't need that blessing." Okay? So he sold his blessing to rule over all the nations for some raw goddamn meat. Okay? All right? And when Esau heard the words of his father, let me jump back up to 33, so lock it. All right, verse 33. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly and said, Who, where is he that hath taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him. Yea, he shall be blessed. He gave the blessing that Esau, the older child, but the scriptures tell you that the elder child shall serve the younger. So Esau is going to serve his younger brother Jacob, man. All right? Okay, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried. That's what Esau's doing right now. He's crying. Okay, he's crying, and he said, I'm going to kill my brother Jacob." Okay, I'm going to kill my brother Jacob because he stole something from me. Okay, and I want the blessing back. All right. So Esau right now is really trying to get the blessing back of the earth, man. He wants to be ruler over the whole earth, man. Okay, but he sold it for raw pottage, so he can't get that back. All right, he's not going to get it back. Okay, it's being stripped from his ass right now. All right, and he'll never come back into rulership again, ever. Okay. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, "Bless me, even me also, my father. Give me a blessing." Okay? All right? And he said, "Is not he rightly named Jacob, or Yaquab, supplanter? Okay? For he hath supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright." See, Esau thinks just because his name was supplanter, that he supplanted him for that birthright. He did not supplant him for the birthright. That's his name was Jaquab. Yes, Salaki, y'all. His name was Jacob, Jaquab, okay, which means supplanter. All right, but he had to be named that, and he had to do that because that was through the spirit of power, YAHAWASHI. Okay, that was the Most High's. That was the Most High's plan in the movie, man. All right. Okay? But Esau got pissed off. Esau, Isaac is, well, let me go back up to that. And Esau said unto his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even also, O my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Like I said, Esau is weeping right now, man. All right? Okay? But since he has the power, okay, because I'm gonna read that right there, because the Most High, Isaac is getting ready to give him his blessing, okay, and when he gets that blessing, all right, what is he going to do? You know, he's going to use that sword to go over the whole earth and take everybody down, okay, all right, through his policies he shall destroy many. You see, I'm gonna use my sword and my policies to destroy as many people as I can, so I can stay in power. Okay? Through his policies, he's going to set up what? He's going to set up a chaotic situation, and he's going to use what is that? It's martial law, but he said the Insurrection Act. Then he can call on he can call out martial law. Okay? Because he's going to set up scenarios. These tariffs. You got to understand, man. When you go into the Psalms, what is that? Psalms 83. Okay, Psalms the 83rd chapter, or Proverbs, the 83rd chapter. Okay, when it talks about all the nations that are in cahoots, okay, to try to destroy the children of Israel. All right, this is a big ass chess game. And I was thinking about this the other day. They sit down and counsel with each other, okay, and they talk amongst each other and say, "Hey, how many people are you gonna? What is the percentage of people in each nation that we need to fucking get rid of, man, in order to get total control?" Okay, and these people are willing to sacrifice millions, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of other people, okay, because they don't give a damn. They're trying to keep control over the whole earth. They don't want the children of Israel over this earth, man. They don't want so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians running the goddamn thing. Okay? All right? So Esau is going to get his blessing. Let's read that. All right? And Isaac, his father, answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. When we fell during the what they call the Dark Ages, okay, all the history, the Black history that they whitewashed over in Europe, okay, with Vladimir Putin, he brought out a lot of the images that he's been showing people, the Russian icons, okay, the reality of so-called black people ruling in Europe for 1,000 years while the so-called white man was running around in fucking caves, man. Then we taught him how to be civilized, and he turned civilization into a savagery, man. Through what? Through his sword. He got a foothold again. He broke our yoke off his neck. But now the Most High is coming now to take what? The yoke off of our neck. Okay? All right? Esau's getting ready to he's going to be eradicated from off of the earth, man. Because he is a disease. You see? So that's why he has to be taken down. All right? So, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass, and thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's what they're planning on doing right now. They're getting ready to try to totally eradicate the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians from off the fucking earth, so that they don't go back into that bondage, to that base state, okay? All right? Because the Lord said that he has power over the earth, and he puts in charge whoever he wants, even the basis of men. And we know that Esau is a base man, because the only fucking way that he knows how to rule is by death, okay? He doesn't know how to rule any other way, man, okay? And only a fucking caveman would rule something like that, man. Spray chemtrails in the fucking sky, all right? Change food into synthetic. Make food out of fucking synthetic materials, man, okay? Which causes a cancer in every damn body, all right? Destroying all the water, the food, the air, okay? The spirituality of individuals, okay? All right? This is the only way he knows how to rule. That's why we know he's a base man, okay? All right? Ding, ding, ding. Motherfucker. Now you're all fucking loud and shit. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, y'all. Dang, ding, dang. Fucking Moab right there, I believe. Probably some military boys. If this shit go down, boy, they're gonna be doing some sabotage out here. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep it moving, because that just goes in when Esau said, "I'm gonna kill my brother." When I get done mourning for my father, when he dies and he's gone, I'm gonna figure out a way to kill this motherfucker, because he took my blessing, and I have to kill him in order to get it back. Okay. See, that's what Esau's whole plan is. If I can kill all the Israelites, but he knows that he has to kill billions of people. Okay, he has to kill billions of people, and in doing so, he's going to think that he can get rid of the children of Israel. But the scriptures tell you that, and I can't even roughly paraphrase it, about if he can measure space. There it is. If he can measure space or the depth of the sea, then the end of Israel will come. And he can't do that. He's been trying, but he can't. He keeps on saying, "Oh yeah, well, we know this is this far," but you can't measure space, bro. It's never ending. You dumbass. You see? And there's other spaces inside of space, man. There's dimensions, man. So you can't. Go ahead, it tells you. All right. And when it goes into one realm shall fight against another. Okay, we know that realm goes in the kingdom. Okay, but we know that the kingdom of heaven there's a spiritual aspect to this too. Okay, we got the spirit world, which is another dimension. So there's space there. Okay, all right. If the Most High, in the Book of Daniel, you read about the Most High, his hairs are white, his robe is white. Okay, his garment is white, and his chariot. It talks about his chariot. Okay, or his seat that he sits on. That has to have space to be in it. Okay, all right. So there's other space inside shit. There's space right here that we can't see. You see? What the fuck you rolling your eyes at, you fat bitch? You know what I mean? Black woman. What's he doing? You know what I'm saying? You know, the nigga woman, man. Y'all better get y'all shit together. I'm telling you, because when all hell breaks loose out here, I'll keep that energy, keep that same fucking energy. Okay? All right? When that martial law troops are kicking your ass. All right? All right, let me grab my next one. I don't want to get off point, man. Stupid bitch. That's why we say, man, you goddamn boy. I'm telling you, man. Our people, bro. All right. All right. So, like I was saying, when Esau is getting ready to run down on the children of Israel, okay? So we know that he has plans on trying to kill his brother Jacob. All right, so that the he can keep the kingdom by default. He can keep the blessing of rulership on the earth by default. Okay, because right now there's nobody else is going to be in rulership on the fucking earth, man. The Chinese aren't going to be the next rulers. You know what I mean? I don't give a damn what you said. There's a billion Chinamen that they're not going to be ruling over the earth, man. Okay? There's no other nation. The Edomites and Israelites are the only two that are going to be ruling over this earth at any time. Okay? And right now, Esau, Edom is ruling the earth, and the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, are getting ready to be the rulers over this earth, man, again. Okay? According to the Holy Scriptures. All right? Not according to the Census Bureau, who has the most numbers, who has the military, who has the policies. Okay? Because the scripture that I read first about the unwise king, okay, and in his prudence, all right, is going to bring his people to a destruction. Okay? And that's what's happening right now. What he doesn't understand is the Most High is setting this thing up beautifully. I'm going to send my prophets out. I'm going to get them to wake up the elect. Okay? And when the new covenant is taught, I'm going to start bringing this thing to fruition, to an end. Okay? That's what's getting ready to, that's what's taking place right now. All right? So we know that Esau has to move fast. The devil has to come down with great wrath, knowing that he has a short time. All right? So how is he going to do that? Let's read Daniel's 8:25. And through his policies, okay, also he shall cause craft to prosper, all right, in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace shall destroy many. Okay, his policies. I'm gonna write 100 executive orders. Okay, to get all these immigrants out of the country. And in doing so, I'm gonna put some other things in those policies. I'm gonna put some other things in those executive orders. Okay, all right, and in him writing, and him signing and putting all of these executive orders in place. Okay, through it says, and through his policies, he shall destroy many. Okay, and cause craft to prosper. All right, so these executive orders, all of these new legislations, all these new laws, okay, are going to supersede things that are put into the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Okay, the Constitution doesn't even exist anymore, man. Okay, all right. These are draconian policies, draconian laws that these people are putting in place, and they're going to start. okay, with one group of people, and they're going to move to a whole nother group of people, man. All right, even his own people, even so-called white people are going to get snatched up, man, at some point, because they're going to go against the government. You understand? This is what's taking place right now, man. All right? And a lot of these people don't see it, man. But it tells you right here, and through his policies, and also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, okay? All right? This man is, through all of his draconian laws, he's being crafty as hell, man. Okay? All right, man. Go ahead somewhere. I'm trying to kill you, but, man, I will smack your fucking eyeballs off. Okay? All right? So he's going to use the power of the pen, all right? That almighty pen is a powerful tool, man. When you're writing policies, and then you have the people put in place, because he's firing a whole lot of goddamn people in the government that fight for the civil liberties of these people here in America. Okay, the Justice Department, there's a lot of people in these places that are getting fired. Nah, I don't fucking care. I'm glad that he's doing it, because that means we're getting ready to get the hell up out of here. Okay? We're getting ready to get the hell up out of here, y'all. All right? Period, point blank. So he can do all that shit, man. We ain't worried about it. I just told you that if the Lord said, if you follow me, if you come into this new covenant, I'm going to keep you from the hour of temptation. That's the scriptures. All right? That ain't me speaking as a man. All right? And he shall magnify himself in his heart. Okay? Hey, brother, how you doing, man? All right. And he shall magnify himself in his heart. Okay? What's he doing? Let's make America great again. Okay? They're magnifying. They're trying to magnify their nation. Okay? Which is the Edomites. They don't give a damn about these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay? They're only trying to fill their own goddamn bellies, man. Okay? All right? So he's magnifying himself. Okay? And in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And what's happening to his ass right now? He's being broken without hand. Okay? Man, fuck you. Goddamn devil. Yup, see? Old white lady with her husband, she sit up and looking at me and shit like, what's that nigga doing out there? I'm telling you that the Lord is getting ready to destroy this motherfucker. That's what I'm doing out here. Okay? That's what I'm doing out here. I'm telling you that the Lord is coming to destroy your asses. Okay? And good riddance, man. Fucking tired of you people. All right? And by peace shall destroy many. Okay? This is what he's telling you that he's going to try to bring to America. I'm going to bring peace back to America. We're going to make America great again. Okay? And in doing so, I'm going to send people over to El Salvador, to death camps. Okay? So that we don't have to worry about spilling that innocent blood on our fucking land, which you already spilled blood on this land, man. All right? And the only way that this land can be cleansed is by your blood being spilled, and that's what you're leading yourselves up to. Okay? All right? A civil war, a race war, a world war, okay? And you're going to be fighting on a dozen different fronts, man. Okay? And you think that you're just going to be able to start putting your hands on fucking people and people are going to just sit back and wait for you to come and do it to them? Nah, man. When they see you getting your ass handed to you over here, they ain't coming to fucking help you, man. Esau. Because that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a hell of a fucking fight over here, bro. All right? The left hand's going to move and the right hand. The Most High is going to start handing out that spiritual power. And these other nations are going to be like, we don't need that kind of shit over here. We need to bomb the shit out of that place before they get done over there. We need to bomb America before those men, that 144,000 men over there that are tearing their asses up, we need to bomb the shit out of this place before they leave, before they're finished over there and they come for us. Okay? Because that's what's coming, man. All right? Get that shit through your thick ass heads. All right? Because this is what I just... Slack it. Let me read that again. Okay. Let me read this one more again. Okay. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Okay. What's that going into, man? Okay. Right now, we're not in a physical fight with Esau. Okay. We're not in a physical fight with Esau Edom, man. We're in a spiritual fight with Esau Edom. Okay. So the spirit of YAHAWASHI is dwelling with men. Okay, and we're coming out here on the highways and hedges. Okay, and this is the beginning of Esau being broken without hand. You're going to stand up against the spirit of YAHAWASHI. Okay, all right. Then you're going to have to stand up and try to fight him physically, man. You know, and his word, his shit. There's stories about him just putting his hand up and knocking Roman soldiers the fuck down. Okay, the angels that were in Sodom. Okay, trying to tell Lot to get out of there, and them homos was trying to get at him. You know, a group of homos tried to get at him, to running at him, trying to rape him. What do they call them motherfuckers? Well, that down in D.C., the booty bandits. You know what I'm saying? That's what these niggas were over there in Sodom, man. A bunch of booty bandits, man, running around raping men and shit. And they tried to rape the angels, and the angels blinded their asses, man. Didn't touch them. This is what Esau is going to experience soon, man. Okay, he's going to be broken without hand. You see, that's what's getting ready to happen, man. You people just don't have a fucking clue what's getting ready to happen to you, man. It's getting ready to get real out here. All right, it's getting ready to get real. So you're going to try to fight YAHAWASHI, okay? That position that is coming to cut off the long disease, which is you, Esau Edom. You're gonna get your ass handed to you. Okay? Can't see shit. I think I'll start at 1. Obadiah 1, and I'm gonna read down to 6. Okay? The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, our power, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us arise up against her in battle. Okay? So the spirit of the Most High was put on prophets to go out and tell the nations to wake your ass up, okay? And look at who you've been dealing with all these years, man. Okay? We're telling the heathen to rise up through the spirit, man. And that's the spirit of the Most High, allowing these other nations to get the balls to come against the nation of Edom, man. That's why they're putting tariffs on America. Okay? All right? The big bad bully is having tariffs put on it, okay? And it's affecting a lot of trade, man. Okay? All right? Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. So the Edomites, the nation of Edom, okay, are in that group of heathens, all right? They just happen to be on top, the head heathen in charge, okay? All right? But he's made them small among the heathen, man, and now they're greatly despised. The other heathens are looking at the nation of Edom, man, okay, and saying, these other people, you know, remember what's that scripture? Is this the man that shook kingdoms, okay? All right? That destroyed other nations. This is the man? All right? That's the sentiment, man, among these other nations right now, okay? All right? Because that's what's coming, man. Okay? They've been exposed, okay? And now everybody knows that they're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right? Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Your pride has deceived you. You think your military and all your policies are going to get you through what you're putting yourself into right now? You're digging a pit. You're setting up a snare, a trap for not only the children of Israel but the other nations. But you're going to fall into it yourself. All right? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, and thou whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? There ain't nobody. Well, America's great. We can't be. This is the unwise king. Okay, believing that if he can destroy a certain group of individuals. Okay, this is what these white people think, that if they can make America all white, that everything is going to be all right. Okay. All right. That's what they think, man. All right. This man is a fucking nut, man. He's bugged out. You know what I'm saying, y'all? All right. Okay. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Okay. They got the best military technology, okay? They got the best military on the planet, all right? They're saying, who shall bring me down? This is this is in their pride, man. Them being proud, okay? But they don't understand that the Most High is going to allow this place to implode in on itself, okay? Nobody else has to bring you down, man, Esau. You're going to bring your fucking self down. Okay? All right? He who diggeth a pit shall fall into it himself. Okay? All right? Simple as that. Thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, okay? And you know, the lion is roaring at the eagle right now. That's why we come out here. All right? And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. Yahweh, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Wilt thou not have stolen till they had enough? If the great gatherers came to thee, wilt thou not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Okay? So Esau, we know that even a thief is going to steal until he has enough. Okay? He's going to steal all the silver and the gold in the house. Okay? You know, a couple other trinkets. And then he's going to get his ass up out of there. Okay? But what does Esau do? He continues, man. All right? This is him. What is that word? Coveting. He covets fields, man. Okay? Esau covets fields, man. And what do you do when you covet? When you see something someone else has, okay, and you sit back and rub your hands like a fucking fly, like, man, I got to get that. Okay? And that's what Esau does. He covets fields, man. That's why he goes all over the earth. Okay? All right? You see? That's what he does. And now, right now, what is that Captain Traore? I brought this up a couple weeks ago. This general, this so-called black man, a general in the U.S. military, is basically trying to be in communication with Captain Traore. Okay? Now, they have a big-ass gold reserve over in that country, man. All right? And now they're trying to say that he's stealing the gold, and he's hoarding the gold for himself and his people. He's not sharing the wealth with his people. Okay? Well, that sounds familiar. Okay? All the oil and gold reserves in America. Okay? All right? All the other things that America has, they're not sharing them with their people. They're actually making us pay more fucking taxes. Okay? Work harder, pay more taxes, and shut the fuck up. That's what they're telling us. But they have the nerve, okay, to tell another country that you can't do what we're doing, even if he is doing it. Okay? And I doubt that very much because they did the same thing to Muammar Gaddafi. Okay, Muammar didn't want to deal with America anymore. Okay, he wanted to use gold, the dinar, to buy. Listen, we're gonna use dinar to buy oil from Saudi Arabia and other countries. The U.S. said, "Nah, you gotta use dollars, man. Give us that gold, and we'll give you these papers." This sort of thing. No, you ain't supposed to be out here riding that shit without no tag on it. So, it's lucky, y'all. So, so we know that America right now is coveting. Okay, he covets fields. He's coveting what? He's coveting the fields that belong to that African country. Okay, they want to go over there. They want to negotiate. Hey, buddy, go pat him on the back. Yeah, man, we like you, man. We're trying to help you. We're going to send some equipment over to help you get that gold out. We only want a little bit, you know? But then he said, no, I don't need your fucking help. Okay? So now they're talking about him as he's a bad guy. Oh, this guy, he's a bad guy, and he's doing shit he ain't supposed to be. He's stealing, and he's killing his people. They're making up a scenario, okay? All right? You see? This is him again using his policies, all right? He's going to use his policies to destroy many, okay? This is him doing the same thing, all right? He's going to create policies and laws and all of these other things and say that what this man's doing in his own country is wrong, all right? So what do you think is going to happen? At some point, they're going to try to go in there militarily and take the gold, kill his ass, anybody following him, put a puppet leader up, and then steal all the fucking gold, leave the environment destroyed, okay? Leave a couple hundred cases of goddamn liquor and some drugs, get them people all fucked up on drugs and weed, turn them into homosexuals, and then they're going to fucking leave. That's what America does, man, okay? The nation of Edom does that all over the earth, man. Okay, so the Most High has exposed them, okay, through the prophets, all right, telling all of these other nations, these heathens, okay, this is who you're dealing with. And now in the spirit, these people are like, you know what, we can't deal with these no more. Not because of not technically because of what we're saying, okay, but through the spirit, the Most High is putting the spirit on them to hear and say, damn, you know, I never even thought about them like that, but now I'm starting to see them. I'm starting to see it because they're doing it in the open now. Okay, they're doing all of these wicked things in the open, man. Okay, they're no longer hiding their treachery. All right, they're no longer hiding the treachery, man. All right, all right. Like I said, let me read verse 6 again, Obadiah 1 and 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? The prophets are talking, man. All right? The prophets are talking. All right? And let me read this. Isaiah 25 and 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. What did I just get done saying? Okay? He's taking that. Let me read that again. All right? And he will destroy in this mountain. Okay, when I went into mountain earlier, it's talking about a great nation, right? It's talking about large nations. Okay, a mountain. All right? So he's going to destroy in this mountain, okay, the nation of Edom, all right, which not only not only talking about America, but we're talking about there's Edomites in Europe now, okay, too, that we're speaking on. All right, so that whole system, all right, the financial, the religious, and then the military, okay, you know what that goes into. He's destroying these things, okay. All right. The face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. The veil that has been spread over all the nations has been removed by who? The prophets, man. Okay, the prophets coming out, prophesying, breaking everything down, telling you who the nations are biblically. Okay, all right. Not according to his story, okay, but what the Bible says about how many nations are on the earth. Okay, and who these nations are and what they represent during the time of the end. Okay? Because the separation is taking place, man. All right? And these nations now see who the nation of Edom is, man. All right? They see the Edomites for who they are. You see? All right? You see? Slovakia. All right? So now that the nations know who the Edomites are, now that the nations, Slovakia, now that the nations know who the nation of Edom is, you know, what do you think is taking place, man? They're going to distance themselves from the nation of Edom. Okay? All right? Now, we know that Psalms, the 83rd chapter, is still in effect. They still have the United Nations. Okay? They still have all of their little organizations. Okay? But at the end of the day, the Most High is going to put it on the spirit of these other nations. Like I said earlier, especially like it when the right hand is lifted up, because the left hand, Esau, goes crazy, okay, comes down with that great wrath, that right hand is going to have to be lifted up, okay. And when that happens and they see the display of power that's going to take place, the other nations aren't going to have a choice, man. They're going to say, yo, we got to destroy these people before they come over here. We don't need those problems over here, man. Okay? We don't want those issues over here. Okay? Well, let me read Mark 3:27. All right? No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Okay? So what's happening right now to the strong man? He's being bound by what? He's being bound by the spirit, man. Okay? All right, brother. All right, y'all, you take it easy, all right? You see? So the strong man, Esau, Edom, whose blessing was the sword, okay? All right? He has to be bound by what? He has to be bound by the spirit first, okay? Before you enter into his house. You see, before you try to take his kingdom, he has to be bound, and he's being bound by the Holy Scriptures, man, by the prophets prophesying his end. Okay, that's how he's being bound. Okay, so he's going to try to shut this down, and the new covenant is really going to be to his demise, man. Okay, the curriculum was taught for a long time, man. All right. And it was stagnant, but now that the new covenant is being taught, what is happening, man? There's a lot of stuff getting ready to take place, man, in a very short period of time. All right? And that's how the elect are going to have to be sealed in a very short period of time, okay? All right? All right, so no man can enter into a strong man's house. You can't take the nation of Edom down, okay, and spoil his goods, all right? All right, when the invasion takes place, the goods are going to be spoiled. Okay, all right. See, when the Civil War starts, his house is his goods are going to be spoiled. Okay, all right. There's going to be a whole lot of that stuff going on, man. And when this place gets shut down, all right. Except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Okay, so spiritually Esau's being bound, and then who's going to come in to the strong man's house? Okay? YAHAWASHI. All right? That's who's coming. All right? So the strong man has to be bound first. Okay? Job 15 and 24. I'm going to read that down to 30. Okay? Job 15 and 24. Trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to battle. For he stretcheth out his hand against God and strengthen himself against the Almighty. And that's what Esau is getting ready to do. He's getting ready to try to put his hands on the children of Israel. But the scriptures tell you, trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. I'm digging a pit to try to destroy the children of Israel, okay? But Esau doesn't understand that he's going to fall into it himself, okay? When he's trying to put his hands, like it just said, for he stretches out his hands against God, against the children of Israel, okay? All right, that's what he's getting ready to do, man. He's getting ready to come down with great wrath, knowing he has a short time. All right, okay. All right, Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, all right. Then we know who is in control of the earth right now, right? We know that the nation of Edom is in control of the earth. All right, because Esau shall be the end of the world, and Jacob shall be that which follows. All right, you see? All right. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? So the boundaries, okay, of Esau Edom are coming to an end. He's coming to the bound that he cannot pass, man. All right? He's no longer going to be able to move forward with any of his agendas when his time is up. Okay? Everything's going to get cut off, man. The nation of Edom is going to get cut off. Okay? That's what's getting ready to take place, man. All righty? All right, Job 18 and 16. I'm going to read down to 18. His roots shall be dried up, beneath and above shall his branch be cut off. Okay? His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets. And this is what's getting ready to, when he goes into slavery for that 1,000 years, okay? And he's going to get the worst beat down in the history of mankind, okay, for 1,000 years. And after that 1,000 years, he's going to be taken off the earth, man. Okay? You can read about that in Obadiah, okay, 1 and 18. Okay? Jacob shall be a fire, okay? Okay? What is matter of fact, let me read that. Let me read it. Obadiah 1 and 18. Uh-oh, what did I do here? Oh, got the wrong one on there. Like it. All right, let me read that real quick. Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire. That's talking about the southern kingdom. And the house of Joseph, the northern kingdom, a flame. And the house of Esau, the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall be none remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it. Okay? After 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, they're going to be put off the earth. All right? Simple as that. Okay? Oh my God, that's so mean. Why would you say that? because the Bible said it. Okay? His roots shall be dried up beneath and above. Shall his branch be cut off? His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the streets. Okay? So during that time of slavery, Esau, Salakia, y'all. During that time of slavery, Esau is going to be cut off, man. Okay? He's going to have no name. He ain't going to be out. He better not get caught talking. You know what I'm saying? While his ass is working, you better not talk. You better not say shit. Okay? All right? Because that's the anger that the Lord is going to put on his people, man. Okay? Because of all of the ill doings of these people, man. All of the wickedness of the children of Israel. I mean, the children of Edom, man. Okay? We're going to take these people's ass and put them in a goddamn, we're going to put your ass in a pit. And when you come out to go to work, you better not say shit. Fucking devil. Okay? All right? His remembrance shall perish from the earth. Okay? That's what's coming, man. All right? We ain't going to have pity on these people, man, because they never had pity on us. Okay? Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite for but a moment. Okay? The triumphing of the wicked, okay, is just for a moment, man. Okay? What is America, about 500 years old? Okay? You see? This place, and actually, when you go back to 1776, that's when this place became a nation. 17, 18, 19, okay? 300 years. All right? You see? So the triumphing of the wicked is for a short time. That's why I read that his bounds, there's a bounds that he cannot pass, man. And he's not going to pass it. Okay? He's not going to pass the boundary that the Lord set up for his end to come. Okay? Because the rulership of the children of Israel has to come in. All right? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is that which follows. Who is Jacob? Or Yahweh? Okay? Yashar Allah, man. Okay? The princes of the power, man. The children of Israel. Okay? Their rulership has to come, man. Okay? All right? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reaches into the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. You know? You're going to, just like that turd in the toilet, Esau, your ass is gone. You're done, man. You're going to go down. Okay? All right? That's what's coming, man. It has to happen. Okay? The Holy Scriptures are clear, man, about the end of the nation of Edom and the rise of the children of Israel. Okay? All right? Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye which also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. His bones are full of the sins of his youth, which shall lie down with him in the dust. Okay, we're not going to see a sinful kingdom on this earth again, man. Okay? When Esau's ass is gone, all the wickedness is going to go with him, man. Okay? All of the unrighteous doings are going to go with him. Okay? All right? All the lies, all the thievery. Okay? There will be no more synthetic meat. There will be no more synthetic vegetables. There will be no more chemtrails in the fucking sky. Okay? Everything that these people are going to consume is going to be good for them. You see? All right? When this man is gone, all this shit is going to go with him. Okay? All right? All right? Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it under his tongue, okay? You see, he'll tell you all kind of lies that make you comfortable, all right? Tell you sweet things to make you feel comfortable, but all the time, he got a knife behind his back because he wants to kill you, okay? Though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, that his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. I've told you, he'll tell you sweet ass things, but the whole time he's ready to bite you and kill you, man. Okay? All right? This is what they do, man. They always want to speak sweetly. You know, come get all up in your fucking face. Hey, man, you know, we're brothers, man. I love you, man. But the whole time you got a knife behind his back because he want to stick it under your fucking fifth rib. Okay? Fucking devil. Jump down to 29. Okay? All right? Job 20 and 29. Job 20 and 29. This is the portion of a wicked man from our power, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. What is the heritage appointed unto the nation of Edom? Okay? I'm going to use you to come on this earth and be a sword, a whooping stick, okay, against all the nations that have done wrong to the children of Israel. I'm going to let you beat their ass too, because they have not followed my law, statutes, and commandments that I've given them, okay? But at the end, like I said, if you go into Romans, the 9th chapter, Romans 9, and I believe it's 20 to 22, it tells you that there was a vessel of honor and a vessel of dishonor, okay? So that this honorable vessel is now in control of the whole earth, okay? And the Most High is appointed the bounds that he can't pass, and we're coming to that, okay? And he knows that. He understands that. He understands the timeline with the prophets coming onto the highways and the hedges, the timeline of the prophets teaching, the curriculum and the timeline of the prophets teaching the new covenant, okay? And now the new covenant is being taught. This is the protection that the elect are going to need during the time of the hour of temptation, okay? All right, and he understands that completely. All right, that's why the dishonorable or the unwise king is doing the things that he's doing. Okay, the unwise king, Donald Trump, is doing what he's doing because they understand that the elect are getting ready to be sealed, man. Okay, and they're trying to put that to an end, man. To put it to a halt, to stop the teaching of the new covenant. All right, okay. So this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by God. Okay, and I'm going to read one more because I got a 11 o'clock appointment to get my damn tires done. Okay, so now let me read this one more time. Ecclesiasticus 10 and 10, Salakia. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow he shall die. And that's what's getting ready to happen to the nation of Edom, man. All right? Okay? All right, so I'm gonna read this scripture to show you that the nation of Edom, okay, is getting ready to be destroyed. Okay, this hasn't happened yet. All right, okay, you see. All right, so Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra, this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak righteousness, mighty to save. This is talking about YAHAWASHI, okay? When he comes to the nation of Edom, the portion of a wicked man. What is that vessel of dishonor getting ready to receive, man? Okay, it's judgment. Okay, the Esau's world is coming to an end. It's book of Second Ezra. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is that which follows. Righteous, okay? This righteous king, this physician is coming to cut off this long disease. Okay, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. He's going to look like he's been stomping stomping grapes to make wine all day. That's what his garment's going to look like, and that's not physically. It's metaphorically. Okay, this is how much killing is going to be taking place when YAHAWASHI gets here. Okay, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of my people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garment, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. YAHAWASHI is coming to get his people, man. The elect of Israel. Okay? He's coming to get the elect of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, and he's going to put a foot in the nation of Edom's ass, man. That's what the scriptures just said. And my vengeance is, the day of my vengeance is here, man. Okay? All right? All right? And I'm going to stop right there. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem Akavadash. Again, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Israel that rule well. And shalom to the Akim, Aquathium, and the speckled bird listening and learning. Shalom.